Okay, let's do a quick run through of what we've got so far. So this is our FarmPulse Asset Manager. Everything you're seeing is declarative, all the data. So it's about 100 lines of code, and I can declare asset types and then particular assets and all that kind of stuff. So I can repurpose this for another type of forecasting or modeling tool, or even just getting configuration for almost any kind of solution using pretty much this exact interface. Always trying to build things that are reusable. So over here we have our asset types. It's a dynamic list, which is a link list. I couldn't figure out how to use the menu type. All my data would disappear when I tried to do that, and I wasn't going to mess with it. So I figured out how to do it here. Basically, we have a jQuery command when you click the link, which sets a hidden field, which then reloads everything. So we're able to get the number of items using, it's a SQL statement, so basically get the counts and use a subquery for that, inline subquery or nested inline subquery. So anyway, whenever we click this, the name of the button changes. I'm actually probably going to get rid of that and move it back up to the hero box up here. I didn't know how to do that until after I did this, and now I figured it out. I think that will look better. I'd like to maybe try a different icon library, make some changes there. I'm not using the built-in required indicator because I can't use it consistently for some different reasons, because I'm dynamically doing things here, and so probably going to just add my own indicators to the labels, and people just kind of get used to that. Right now I'm doing back-end authenticate validation, so please provide an asset name. So if you don't put an asset name in, it ain't going to work. We could put P's in, hit return, it adds that. Things are ordered, and we have a renumber system. So let's say we go and change corn to 3 and save that. And maybe you've jumbled things about and you want to kind of start over, so we can just hit renumber and 10, 20, 30. That does that. To edit something in particular, we just go in. Actually, there's not much to edit on that particular type of asset. Let's go look at a power unit. So look at a tractor. And we've applied CSS styling to everything, kind of using orange CSS. It's not that hard. I'm probably only using a handful of their classes to get this look, and I think it looks pretty good. I need to add some of the jQuery code to suppress this silly LastPass thing that I don't know what it is, but it pops up on a lot of forums. Would like to figure out what actually causes that to happen. We have a drop-down here that's dynamic too. It just points to another asset type, and you can, when you declare your data, you can say, this field is going to accept another asset type of this type, and it automatically creates a drop-down for you. So if you go and add another type of fuel, it shows up here, and you can select it. There's some of the attributes. What else? I think that's all the stuff that I've got. So anyway, let me go back to fuel. You can see that the hero box on this page, go and edit diesel, shows up the type right there in the asset name. So that's dynamic, and that's probably what I'm going to do on the front page. And then I also want to change the icon group, or get a different set of icons, perhaps something a little bit more that I can extend. I just want to learn how to do that, basically, and so I can play around with that a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm at on the interface. What I need to do from here is, this is a minimal viable product, so we're just I'm spending 4 weeks on it, maybe longer if I have to, but really pushing to try to get this out. I'm in week 3, and so what I have to do is I have to create these assets. Basically, your crop operations are you give an operation a name, and then you're going to assign other assets to it. So you might need a seed, you might need labor, fertilizer, for a power unit, for a particular operation. And you're going to come up with this list of operations, and then a crop plan is basically doing these operations in order, and that's all I need on the configuration side. and then I can run the model, and then I can run the code that generates a model, and then it generates outputs, which is mostly going to be, you know, charts and graphs and data points. And all that's going to be fairly minimal at this point, but a lot more than what's out there right now. So the main goal is to be able to recreate the spreadsheets that Iowa State puts out every year, and then show that you can do, I don't know if this is the right term, but Gaussian style analysis, Monte Carlo analysis with Gaussian distributions for various things. And it can only get, you know, more and more sophisticated over time. And then we use that from a business standpoint. We're using that basically to go out to market to different groups, get in touch with them, have them log in, play around with the tool, see if they see that there is perhaps, if we're headed in the right direction for that particular market segment, you know, and that could be financial, it could be insurance, it could be farmers, it could be education, research, you know, really not sure. But spreadsheets are used pretty prevalently in these industries, and I think we can do a lot more with something like this. So that's the goal, and be spending at least 2 more weeks on it. And then I've got another product that I hopefully will kick off as soon as I get the MVP out for this, and I'll kind of work as a manager for this, where I'm shopping it around, trying to find out, am I headed in the right direction? What should I do next? And then I'll start to develop another product on Oracle APEX. So using the assets I've already created here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.